Hello there, Taurus. Thank you for stopping by for your weekly tarot forecast for the week of March 2nd through the 8th. I am using the Russian Tarot of St. Petersburg once again. And so what you have for Monday is you have the Transformation card in reverse. Transformation card in reverse just tells me that you have some major changes coming through in your life. We're talking about changes in those core values. Core values, what are those things? Core values are those values that other people taught us before we were old enough to know better. So when we're little kids, we learn these values by watching our parents and how our parents interact, or our teachers, those types of things, okay? So what's coming in is you have some core value changes that are advancing on you, Taurus, and you recognize that those changes are coming in, but you also recognize that these are a big deal, and these will probably affect how you relate to people at work, how you feel about your job, how you relate to people that you're in a relationship with. And because you're afraid of how this might work out, you have been resisting these changes. And I see you still resisting this transformation on Monday. Here's the problem with that. When these types of changes come in, what's going on is we're seeing some old core values that really don't work for us. Maybe they never worked for us, but they definitely are not working for us now as adults. And so we're replacing those with some core values that actually do work for us. So, yes, it's scary. No, you don't know how things are going to turn out once you have these changes in place. But the real deal here is if you let these changes come in, it does lead to a more happy, more prosperous, more self-loving life. And we all want that. So stop resisting these changes if you can. All right, so Taurus, Tuesday, Five of Cups shows up here. Five of Cups just talks about a resetting of priorities. So typically this is done because somebody has come along and disappointed us, or some situation has disappointed us. And so now we decide that, well, maybe I'd like to spend more energy and more effort, possibly more money over in this area of my life instead of where I was spending it before, since I got that disappointment over here. And so you just kind of reset your priorities and kind of shift things around a little bit so that you feel like you have more of your energy and your efforts and possibly your finances in a place that's a little bit safer, or a situation that's a little bit safer, or a relationship that's a little bit safer. Let's quit beating around the bush here. All right, so Taurus, on Wednesday, what you have is the Three of Cups coming up in reverse. What I'm feeling like for you guys today on Wednesday is that Three of Cups in reverse, something is coming up with some of your friends, maybe some of your close family members that you consider to be friends, but somebody is just kind of rubbing you wrong. They're saying things that you really don't want to hear. For some of you, I feel like you're in denial about some certain situation, and this person is really trying to kind of shine the spotlight for you so that you can come out of denial and handle this situation in a more appropriate way, but you're not really ready for that. For some of you, I feel like this is more this other person has an issue and they don't really get it, that this is their issue and they're trying to make it yours. Yummy. That's always a fun thing to go through with friends as well. So really, there's just different ways that this is coming up, that there's some kind of issue coming up with friends where they're just rubbing you wrong. They're not really acting the way that you would hope a true friend would act. But just, be patient with them. The advice here is be patient with them. Wait and see how things pan out. Wait and see what's on their mind and why they're acting the way they are. All right, so Thursday, we're moving on to the Nine of Swords in reverse. This is one of the cards I love to get in reverse. It's a good thing. I don't like this card when it comes in right side up. But it is in reverse for you on Thursday, and this just means that you've had some kind of situation, and I feel like for a lot of you this is the friendship situation, but you've had some kind of situation that was really eating away at you. It was something that was making it hard for you to focus on the rest of life. You probably don't even have any kind of control over this situation, and still it's making it hard for you to focus on life. And so on Thursday, what's actually happening is something has flipped in that situation to where now you're not so worried about it, you're not so obsessed about it. So either the situation itself has gotten better, or you've gotten news about the situation that that is better than you thought, or you're actually doing some spiritual healing. Kudos to those of you who are doing that to make sure that those types of situations don't trigger you so much anymore. Either way, what's happening Thursday is you're losing that obsession and you're starting to be able to focus more on everyday things in everyday life. Friday. Okay, Aries, here's what you got on Friday. You got the Eight of Clubs. Eight of Clubs. Eight of Clubs can mean falling in love. So for you Tauruses, maybe you're out on a date with somebody that you've been kind of thinking maybe, sort of, kind of, maybe. And something happens and all of a sudden your jaw drops and your eyes go big and you go, oh, what a sweetie. Okay, so that is going to be happening to some of you Tauruses, maybe not exactly in that way, but the whole falling in love situation on Friday could be happening for some of you. For some of you, I do see it coming in more as puppy love or a crush. For others of you, I'm seeing it as more of a serious thing. And then also, the other thing that this card talks about, and I'm feeling like for about half of you, this is what it is. I'm sorry it's not so romantic for the other half of you, but for half of you, things are just moving really, really fast on Friday. It's like all of a sudden you're going to like pop your head up from what you're doing and just kind of realize that, wow, we are handling a ton of stuff around here just really quick. When did this get so speedy? When did this get to be so much here? Okay. Now, Saturday, what you Tauruses have coming up is you have the Temperance card in reverse. Temperance, temperance, temperance in reverse. That means you don't have a balance in your life. There's something going on with your balance. So when I talk about balance in life, there's spiritual balance, there's mental balance, there's emotional balance. There's also that balance between work time and me time and family time and recreation time. All of those types of things as balance. And so what's happening on Saturday is you're realizing that you're spending a lot more time on something that you would rather be spending that time in other ways. So you are feeling kind of out of balance on Saturday, and it feels to me like you feel like you're kind of locked into whatever it is you are spending time on, even though it's not your favorite thing that you would like to be spending time on Saturday. But you are feeling locked in, and you're really noticing that it just doesn't feel good. All right. So Sunday, the Page of Cups. Page of Cups just means Sunday you're getting some kind of message of love. Now I love these little messages of love. You never know who they're coming from. They could be from a significant other or a lover or a partner. They could be from a family member. They could be from a friend or a business associate or from a complete stranger. Might just do something that gives you this renewed hope in humanity. Like, man, maybe humans aren't all so bad after all. This could be, a picture that your kindergartner drew at school with a little heart that says, I love you, Mommy, or I love you, Daddy, that they give you. That could be the message of love that you're receiving during the day. So all kinds of ways for a message of love to come through. For some of you, I feel like you are celebrating anniversaries on Sunday. Yay for you. And it feels like the celebration is going actually smoothly. You guys are kind of looking around and going, we've had a pretty good year. Kind of like it. All right. So that's your week, Tauruses. For those of you who would like to schedule a private session with me, please be aware that I do more than the psychic tarot reading. I also do mediumship work as well as spiritual healing. So check out my website. I'm at amista.info, amista.info. Once you've poked around a little bit there, if you decide that I am still the best person for you to work with, feel free to contact me. What we'll do is we will schedule a session for you as quickly as possible. And for the rest of you, I will see you all right here next week. Everyone have a great week. Peace out.